All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. It's Friday then. Saturday, Sunday. Oh my God. Becky, look at her. What's up, everybody? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix, spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic medium, psychic witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger god, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you're going to see what I post on my community page, my latest live video, and anything in my shorts. Let's not talk about my latest live video because I'm about to repeat it. In essence, I repeat all my videos, so they just get better, but damn, what happened? I don't know. I did a whole long-ass video yesterday giving you guys the 10-day energy, and what it turned out to be, mute. I understand why, though. Looking back and what happened in the world, no. Yeah, let's try again today. Really, because the energy started today in the Egyptian calendar. Excuse the mess, but I'm still working on my project for tonight. What is that? Instructions and a candle, and I'm still working. I need to add a couple more things to this and mix it all up and roll it all up and give it to the boys tonight. Really? Yeah. I can't fully awaken them, but I can give them the light. What does that mean? The dead wants to communicate with them, so I'm going to give them the power to do so. Realistically, yeah. Do you want the power? I got the power. Realistically, I mean, if I thought it was going to be a bad thing, I wouldn't be doing anything like this, and I never do anything like this ever. It's the first time I've ever been called to do such things. Realistically, yeah, I just do what I do. I do what I'm told to do. Do you? No. So, it's Friday. Face your fears. Stop being the same old, same hoe. Realistically, yes. I read these cards yesterday and they blew me away. Really? Because we had already done all the teachings previously to this. So in order to keep up and have a full understanding about the cards I'm about to read, you would have had to seen where we were leading up to this bullshit. I did an enormous video about the planetary energy was the last video I did, right? And it said January 8th to some shit, right? Well, we stepped into some shit and it actually, the 10-day energy aligns with everything we taught the day before. Really? Now, for this to work, for you to understand what this is a layer of time that sits above us for a 10-day period. Really? I've seen it once. We got stuck in it. Really? We didn't move out of it for a couple weeks. It was kind of strange. I don't know. It happened. I was there. I remember. And I don't remember many things. So what that means is there's layers of time, and that's what I was trying to explain to you. I'm always trying to explain that as the keeper of time. There's layers to time that seep into that make our reality. All these layers of time make our reality. So we work through these layers of time in our reality in hopes to change time. Otherwise, it just sits on top of us, repeating. Life just keeps repeating. Today is 111. Really? Yeah, do the math. So this is a day of new beginnings. On Fridays with Venus and all these fucking planets pushing you right now. It's almost like every planet is coming at you from every direction. They're like squishing you with all kinds of awakening energy. I have taught you many times, and I'll teach you again next Friday, but I can't right this moment. But God is pulling on your heart. That it all starts. What am I going to do tonight? That's what I saw too. I got the download for my twin flame. I just have to give him a heart activation. Realistically, yeah. That's all he needs is not a heart transplant, and he's got a great heart. I just need to activate it to the next level. And for myself, I'm like, as twin flames go, I'm like, bitch, don't fucking activate yourself and get all fucking, you know what I mean? I showed a picture of him to freaking B, and she was like, oh my God. I'm like, oh God, don't start with me, please. Don't get the eyes rolling and the mind thinking. At this point, I fought every fear there was, so I don't really have any fears to fight other than to just do what I'm asked to do. The fight is just in your mind until you can get up and do it. Then when you do it, it's done. But it was like, it takes so much to get up and do this type shit. Realistically, well, I'm being called to go face, do all kinds of shit I never did. I have done before, but never did before, and be better than before. In the words of Kobe Bryant, are you the same animal but a new beast? I mean, it's still me, but I'm a total beast. Fucking beast mode. Really? Yeah, so let's get into this 10-day energy. Yeah. I made a huge video and I went into politics and all kinds of shit, and I'm glad that it didn't post, because everybody was in the opposite energy of what, God would want for them. I'm glad I didn't even speak on it. And, again, I told you the last video I did make was telling Royce, like, shut the fuck up, bro. Why would you even talk on this shit? No, you had to be the first to talk about it. Now everybody's is like everywhere. Like, I don't care. No, don't you want to know what happened? No, I don't. I don't. But you're going to shove it at my face, everybody's fucking opinion about what happened in Minneapolis. We're going to drag this bullshit out, not paying attention to this and not our real world. Whatever. Sorry. Moving on. Anyways, where are we? For the next 10 days, we're sowing seeds. And that had to do with the video I said the day before. It's because we're going to be doing a new moon. We're supposed to be clearing out the way so that on the new moon, we get our new inspiration. And this seed is meant to last through lifetimes, right? And I already saw what mine was. Mine was to start my documentary. Why did you see yours so fast? Because I can see you don't. Don't you wish? You know why you can't see? Because you're only looking at your thoughts and your feelings, what you think and how you feel about things. Really? Yeah. And you're moving in that instead of just evaluating it. You're doing everything you think and everything you feel. Actually, you're denying your feelings if I really thought about it. Okay, let's move on. Ked T. Okay, so this is the boat deacon. The night before, we also pulled the Six of Swords, which was, taking a journey, sailing away. So remember that card. I could bring it out, but I don't want to. Sowing seeds. The primary meaning of this card concerns sowing of seeds, but seeds will only germinate if the dirt has been properly watered, fertilized, and tilled. And that's the big teaching. I told you how important it was is to start taking out stuff taking off your old life and getting ready for this birthing of something new. If you haven't made room for it, there's no room for it in your life. They're not going to give you. They're not going to birth you with a brand new project when you don't have time and energy and focus for it. This is very simplistic shit if you're listening and paying attention. And that's what it goes down to, you know what I mean? With these guys that I'm going to meet tonight, this is very simplistic. You know what I mean? Going back to my twin flame, I'm going to give you a heart activation, and God's going to give you insight to something that's already aligning with your life. I need you to believe in it when it comes and work at it. Make room for it. Believe in it. For the other guys, it's the same thing. I'm going to give you a heart activation. And when you see this, I need you to actually get into it instead of just watching it. Because when the light goes out, you'll not be able to enter there again. This is your only chance to do this. You have to believe in it and you have to see it. And the same thing's going to happen to them. Realistically, yeah. The dead, the musicians that inspire me want to speak to them. Why would they want to speak to them? Because we're all here doing the same thing, trying to change the world. They have a project for them. They have lots of creative projects for all of us to do. They're saying this. It's about to be poured out. You have to catch my last reading. And that's what it is. Not the one where I was talking shit about instigators. The one before that. Live videos. All right. The ancient Egyptian farmers were fortunate because the water and fertilizer were provided each year from the gift of the Nile River, leaving the task of tilling the earth before planting the seeds. Okay. And I was speaking about my computer. God gave me this vision such a long time ago. The seed was planted by someone else. He was like, you know what would be good for you? A remote job, like where you could stay at home. Then a couple weeks later, it became more real. Then I was like, all right, I'm going to get this job and I'm going to use this money to get a computer so I can do this remote work. Okay, so then I went to go get it. Again, there's always these weird snags as I'm trying to go towards my goal. And then it ends up being God provided it. So it's like, you didn't have to. It says right here, the water and the fertilizer were provided each year as a gift from the Nile River. And that's where it was, is even though I thought I had to provide all this stuff to make it happen, he provided it. All I had to do was believe in it and work towards it. I didn't actually have to do all the hard work. And that's what I need to teach it. You know what I mean? I don't need to teach everyone, but that's what you need to understand. Most of it is just working through the mind of it. and that it's only the mind that's blocking it, and you never had to actually work at it. You just had to work at the blockages that were blocking you from receiving it. Really, it was always in the grasp of your hand. You just had to work through it, leaving them the task of tilling the earth before planting the seeds. If there's you wish to accomplish, you cannot simply toss your energy all over the ground in a scattered shot fashion. You must plan out where your energy will be planted to ensure this most abundant growth. And that's where it is. You have to believe in the vision that's given to you and work towards it. You have to create this vision that nobody else can see. It was just an idea in your head, your imagination gone wild. That's where visionaries come from, bro. We seen an idea and we're going to create it, and nobody believes in it because they don't see what we see. But if we don't give up on ourselves and what was given to us, and that's where it is right now, stop, drop, and roll. As much as you think that you're about to release something new, Russ, if you don't do what this says, you're not going to be like us. You don't get to cash out on something old. Everything you did until now will not be useful. I don't know why you don't get this. You're not going to take a song you made 3 weeks ago, yesterday, 5 years ago, fucking 4 months ago. That's the old you. You have to learn to start new. And number one is not making music the way you always make music. You must learn new patterns. You must learn to be directed. Stop doing what you always do and let God show you a new way to be you. You're on such a everyone is, but I'm talking to you directly because you're always my Friday night date to hell. Stop trying to force it, bro. Stop trying to think you've got it. If you got it, you would have had it. Allow yourself to get it. Let it be given to you. You want to make that next thing, then let God show you how. Stop trying to show everyone else how. And the chief says, how? Realistically, yeah. I know you don't want to hear that. But the same goes for all of you. Whatever project you've been working on, I swear to God, I know you're almost done. Drop it now. And believe that something new is coming. Don't have it as a plan B. You drop it. Same thing happened to me. My music, bro. I was on the beginning of something amazing. I showed her my videos and she's like, oh my God, girl. She's like, why? It's like, God, bro. God asked me to leave this whole world. And now I'm going back in there. I haven't been in there in 2 years. It's like, it's lucky. Yeah, they remember me. I was in everything, bro, before this. I left that whole world. He told me to. I just started it, dude. I put my whole life and my whole dreams was in it. And he gave me a new inspiration, which was to become a priestess. Through this journey of becoming a priestess, I've become a musical fucking wonder. Wonder why I call you bitch, realistically. And so it's not like I gave it up. I got stronger and better doing what God actually called me to do. I became more confident. I believe in myself more. All of that. I can do better just by what I actually was called to do. And I never had to give it up. I just had to put my focus on something else. Because along the way, I've done plenty of these things where I've taught people how I wrote music. I shared beats. There is a video, The Recipe for Perfect Music, given by Pac. If you scroll through all my live videos, you'll see a picture of Pac. It says The Recipe for Perfect Music. It comes from the heart, not from the mind. And that's what it is. That's what's going to happen with Bone Thugs. They want to inspire them. The Holy Spirits, want to inspire them. Not just them. Where do you think my inspiration and all inspiration comes from? But you're not inspired. You're looking for inspiration in others. You need to let it come to you, which is being in the flow. It's not easy, but that's it. Lewis, can you just quit your job and give into your music? You believe in it, don't you? Don't you believe in yourself? Don't you believe in your dream? Don't you believe that you can be a musician? You believe you can be a fashionist? Anything you put your mind to, you can be. But you have to put all of your mind to it, Lewis Hamilton. And we need new, beautiful music. You would be accepted all over the world because you already are. And they'd accept you because of the beautiful things that come out of your mouth. Call me a bitch. Such a dirty girl. Realistically, I love you. That's what it is. Something like that. Imagine. He already has a career. He already has a life. He already has shit. But God wants to give him a new life that'll make him far more happier. He'll be out there, you know what I mean? And then you have a reason to wear all those clothes. You can wear all those clothes in your videos. Video vixen. Now strike a pose. He has all the gear to wear to everything. And instead he's doing the catwalk to go get in his car. Be last place. Come on. That's what it means, guys. Same thing to you, Russ. Stop. I know you did it. I know that's all you've been doing is working on music. I've been pounding in the lab. I've been working on me. Bro, stop. None of that's going to work. Why? Because it's coming from your head, not from your heart. It didn't come from God. It came from you fucking scrolling the internet and wanting to pour out your fucking introspective thoughts. Don't do this again. Not a third time. Hey, I just want to point out, fucking bitch-ass Terrell, he took my idea, right? Because so my whole thing, it was real though. I really had a personality disorder. So at the time I was gonna, call the fucking album Borderline Personality Disorder. He stole my ideas and came out with an album called Bipolar. He is literally about to release a number 4. Like the bitch couldn't come up with nothing better than be bipolar for 4 years. God put you in the, you want to be mentally ill? Be mentally ill then. I'm gonna die. Really? That's what God did to these people, bro. Fucking, he's got fucking Tree out there running around in the name of Jesus, crying in videos, trying to convert people. I can't even. Bobby over there. I can't. Bobby did all that work to keep me in his pocket, and all he did was fucking cut a hole and throw me out. Now he's over there touching himself through his pockets, his empty pockets, literally though. I thought about you this morning. It was fucking freezing and fucking deep ass snow. I was like, yeah, he's in a ditch somewhere, David fucking digging his own grave. Keep it up, Fred Flintstone. Fucking Adam. Realistically, sorry, karma is my best friend because, it's like if I don't do nothing, then they got you. And if I do something, then they got us both. And I already know how this works. So I'm like, ooh, they're going to get you. You're out here being stupid, doing the same stupid shit. You're going to stay in hell. They're going to make it harder. It's going to be hell-licious. All right, for delicious. This card is an invitation for you to begin working on turning your ideas into actions, right? So that's what I mean. Everything that you've been working on is not what we're doing. Nope. We had a bunch of great ideas. We haven't actually put them to, put them into action. You've been in all action trying to put these ideas in. All right. You're bringing old energy from last year. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you didn't start something new this year, and we can check the fucking, we can check the receipts on this one. Realistically, look at the dates. Yeah, you're bringing old shit. You're bringing old shit to the table. Who are you? Is that you, Marsha Mathers? You got a whole shit you've been working on all last year. You're going to bring some 2025 into 2026. You didn't shed that skin. You ain't ready to ride the pony. That's a dirty song. Genuine. That's a genuine dirty song. Right up there with the thong. All right, moving on. The seeds you're sowing will sprout rewards later in the season, but first it's up to you to lay the groundwork. That's what I mean. You guys are about to burst and we haven't even started. You don't follow the energy. When are you going to get the real energy? The creative burst comes with the bridge on the 1st. It's the 1st of the month. Wake up. Really? Yeah, that's the first spark of light. But right now it's happening for some because Neptune and Uranus are all up in that ass. They're in Uranus. I love myself. They're going to let me loose, They're going to let me. That's what I told Migs. Migs, I'm coming out of the temple. Where have you been? I'm in purgatory. I had to go through the lowest levels of how to get back to heaven. How you doing? Realistically, I have an answer to everything. Ask me. I'll tell you. If this card is found in the same reading as Deacon 24, you can be assured that your hard work will pay off and your plans are going to be successful. On page 77. I've been working on this my whole life. Realistically, I tell everyone this story. I gave up a whole fucking life. I documented the whole story. I became a whole fucking, what am I? Well, how spiritual are you? Do you believe in reincarnation? Okay, forget who I am, but imagine that I was able to do the enlightening process to fully awaken to I know who I was before this lifetime, and I teach others that. Ba-dum! And I documented the whole story, and I'm going to start releasing the unbelievable footage of how it's done. How you doing? You want to know who you were before you got here? All right, then do the work. Realistically, pretty much. Gonna have to go through hell. Did you read Dante's Divine Comedy? Oh, you didn't read that? That's funny. Last night my daughter was trying to. She was supposed to be translating Shakespeare, and it was really funny because they wanted to know on a scale from 1 to 4 how cringe this was, right? So his love sonnets and shit. So he said something like, "I'm no pilot, but if thou wert, I would something something something." It was so funny. And she's like, "What is this?" I was like, "That's how they spoke back then." Really? Yeah, I was like, "Read thou Bible." We're having fun with that. Really? How's your Sanskrit? All right, the first deacon of the boat group is one with a complicated translation. The meaning behind the name, what did we say? Keed T is not precisely known, but its hieroglyphic spelling appears to closely match the glyph of the bands of reeds. Such a name begins to make sense when you consider that the Nile Barquet was made of reeds lashed together, which explains why the first deacon in the boat group. This deacon's week in the Egyptian calendar begins a very important rising of the field festival. Oh, we're gonna have festivities. When? Tonight. Celebrate. Are you really? I really am out of control right now. That's why I stick to myself. Yesterday I was like, you're all over the place. I am. Let's see. When farmers begin preparing the rich, fertile soil for planting, as the start of the second season in the Egyptian calendar of Peret, and the soil was wet and the Nile's floods watered had receded just enough that the ground could be worked. In the context of Kedti, the reeds needed nutrient-rich soil to grow so that they could be chopped and constructed into a boat. What does that mean? You need your mind right, bro. You needed your nurturing rich. That means your mind. And that's where it is you have to work through the barriers of mind of this is impossible, I can't do it, and what you're afraid of. That's it, bro. No, but what will people think is the first thing that comes out. That is going to be your biggest battle through this whole thing because people are not going to believe in you. They're going to think you're crazy. Really? Crazy, crazy, crazy. I go crazy. Yeah, pretty much, dude. You're going to do something that's never been done before. Or something they don't believe that they've never seen done before. Really? Yeah, fuck them. That's the hard part. You have to realize that they're not with you. They're against you once they start this. Really? Well, you're going to find it out the hard way. Like, you're supposed to support me. You're supposed to believe in me. Nope, they don't. They do not. They want you to go back and be small. They don't want you to live your dreams. They don't want you to do anything bigger than what they're doing. They don't want you to be different. They don't want you to make new friends. They don't want you to get into new groups. They don't want you to be new. They want you to be the same old, same hoe. Why? Because that's who they like, and that's what keeps you guys together. You keep each other down when you're doing nothing. All right, this deacon's week, blah, 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 blah. So you need your mind right, okay? In ritual work for Kedti is useful for unsticking you from your present situation and helping you move forward in life. The reeds of the boat are part of a conversation of, listen to this. This is what's really interesting. The reeds of the boat are part of a conversation the deceased had with the ferryman and spell 395. So what am I doing? They're going to have a conversation with the deceased. Who am I? Technically the ferryman. I'm freaking Hecate. They'll see me at the crossroads. Really? They'll see my spirit over there. Why? Because it's not just limited to here. They need a recognizable face. Well, they'll see them. But that's what it is. It's like this blew my mind when I read this yesterday. I was like, because I was already preparing to do this, was give them the ability to what? have a conversation with the deceased as with the ferryman. The boat is put together for me that I may pass through the darkness and not get lost in it. And that's what I did. I put it together for them. I put a whole thing together for them so that they can go through to the other side. Really? Yeah. Have you read Dante's Inferno? It's all in a boat. They start with the boat over the Nile Styx, or over the river Styx. All right, the boat is put together for me so that I may pass through the darkness and not get lost. The boat is taken to pieces. There are no reeds or bands. Bring me her mast crotch, for the reeds of this boat are the bands that are under the bright hair of Set. Realistically, yeah. So that's what we're doing. You can't plant seeds of the future in old thought patterns. You can't plant seeds of the future in your old life patterns, your life, the way your life is going. Can I point out something funny? Okay, here's an example. So Bridgefit, yeah, I saw you. Why? Because my twin flames call me. They called to me. So Bridgefit said she was going to take some time off, or she was going to stop being an influencer and start spending more time with her family. So she used a reason why she was offline for a couple of days. But little by little, she's doing it again. She's going back into it. She's sharing everything. That was just an excuse. It wasn't a change. It was an excuse for why you weren't performing like you typically do. And she used the thing, I don't have to do this for finances, and I don't have to. If you don't do that, you don't have a life, girlfriend. The only way God will give you something new to do with your life and your children, which would most likely, for the help of all beings, not be something some publicity stunt where you're back on the internet. You're not in a place to influence. You're not there to teach people. You're supposed to be learning something new. So in order to do that, you need to stop being the teacher and start learning something new. You're not going to get fame and fame and all this recognition for just going to school. But I'm sure you'll be like Kim Kardashian and tell everyone. And that's just really what it is. It's like you can either keep being this, where you can give it up and wait for God to give you a new life. You can give up this stupid shit you do, Miss Pinterest, on fucking Instagram all the fucking time. You know what you are? You're a commercial channel. You're like a channel of commercials. You're an infomercial channel where you're constantly promoting other people's lifestyles and shit. You'll put on a bunch of clothes and put the labels. You'll try on a bunch of food and put the labels. You're just a trial. You're a trial girl. Fine. If that's what you're going to do with your rest of your life, then do it better. At least get these people to fucking pay you for some bunk ass shit like this. Right? They just send you free shit and then you advertise it to your hundreds of thousands of followers. Okay, Kim Kardashian, if you're going to do it better. But if you're going to stop doing this and, you don't want your kids to tell people that's what you do. You know what my daughter said last night? I don't know, B was here and we were talking and shit, and it was something, she's like, I always put that down as a fun fact about my mom. Because that's what they said. They're like, do your kids know that you sing and do all this? I was like, yeah. And so I was like, Amelia, she asked me if you knew that I sung. She's like, yeah, I always put that down on paper there. A fun fact that my mom's a rapper. I was like, among a witch and all great things. Wouldn't you like me to show up at your school and introduce myself? This is my mom. She's an Instagram influencer. She posts a bunch of shit on Instagram. This is my mom. She's an OnlyFans. This is my mom. She's great on Pinterest. This is my mom. Oh, man. Not to say that you need to be me, but you need to be you. And if that's what you're going to do, then do you. But for example, if this is what all she can do and she's not going to try to be doing nothing new, if she wants to do something new, she has to give up the Insta hoe to be something else, or she's going to just be an Insta hoe. And that goes back to these rappers. If you want to be a better musician, then you've got to give up the way that you're making music. Which means probably get the fuck away from the computer and go to the back, go pick up an instrument. Realistically, I mean, I'm just saying. And then there's someone like Lewis, you know what I mean? This is totally out of his field. No, it's not. You just don't know the man. And that goes back to, Logic went and made a movie. He loved movies. He's a movie fanatic and decided one day I could make a movie. All right, I gave him a lot of shit because of the idea wasn't his of what he decided to make a movie, but he made a movie. And that's just it. It's like I can make an album. I can make music, and nobody believed in me, and nobody thought I could. And I didn't give a shit. I worked on it by myself, and I didn't give a shit what nobody said. I just wanted to do this for myself. I didn't care how much time it took. I didn't care how much money it costed. I wanted to do this for myself. It wasn't about making money, and it wasn't about being popular. It was about doing what I always wanted to do. And, that was it. Really? I mean, what got out of that? I would have just got better at it, made more music, more performances, shit like that. Fucking more, just got better, kept going and going and going, just like they have. Really? Until when? Until you peak. But even then, what would, like them, would I have just stopped after I'm at the top of the world? Would I just stop and say, all right, I'm done? Actually, God would totally make me do some shit like that. But that's what I'm just saying is like, where's your peak? Dante's peak? Where are you going to go with this? Where am I supposed to go from here? Hey, I see you in there. Hi. So this is what that's about is, the new seeds are not your seeds. Do you want to plant some stupid idea that's been rolling around in your head? Or do you want to plant something that's been in your heart for a long time that will actually grow? Russ is mad. I don't care how mad you are. Take it up with God, bro. And it's just the truth. And that goes back to fucking Marshall. You think Marshall wasn't working on an album? Everybody was. But everything you're about to release is from last year, and you don't want to hear that. That's old energy. No, it's a new song. It's new to you. It's new to the people, but it's coming from an old place. You haven't grown out of that thought process. You still think like last year. You're still in the feelings of whatever happened last year. Prime example. You don't want to hear that. And that's what it is. Can you keep it fresh and authentic? Can you keep it up to date? Where are you today with your energy? Can you give it today and then release it tomorrow? And no, because you got to sit there and, there's not really that big of a process. You're fucking dragging this out. Why? Because your solar plexus sucks ass and your music does for that reason. You don't believe in yourself. You're not doing it for the right reasons. You're doing it to be pleasing. So you doubt that this song is pleasing to the ear. You don't do it just to do it. Because if you did it for that reason, you would be doing more. Do less. Say less is what I heard. Okay. So that was the best card because the next card got really sour. I went into a whole spiel about this. I think I even cried about how important it is to honor your feelings and deal with them. Deal with them. Realistically, Ron is the goddess of the sea and rules over all emotions. With Neptune, he is literally the water god. You know what I mean? You got Neptune, which is Poseidon, right? It's all over the emotions. And then you got Venus, all of your emotions. On a fucking Friday, all of your fucking emotions. You got all of your emotions are going on right now. She is the wife to Aegir and has 9 daughters, all names of the waves in the ocean. Ron uses her nets to hunt men at sea, capturing them and dragging them to death. What kills them? Their emotions, because they're not dealing with them. And it doesn't mean men. It means anyone in their masculinity that's moving without dealing with their emotions. Their emotions are crushing them. It's funny if you think about it. Your heart's stronger than your mind and you can't take it. It should be. That's the fucking way it should be. That's just the way it is. It should be. You should have a stronger heart over your mind. And that's what's happening. Your heart is filled with so much shit and your mind don't want to deal with it. Is it your mind or is it you? Because it's running through your mind. You're trying to just push on in your life. I couldn't. I had to stop my life and deal with what was going on inside. The outside no longer mattered. I knew what I could do outside, but I had to get right inside. And that's what all those videos are. Now I'm right inside where I could go outside again and not, you know what I mean? I can face the world and not have my inside world crushing me. Or so we'll see. Realistically, I mean, you put me in a pop can with a bunch of people Friday night, even putting me in downtown Denver. Realistically, I mean, it's right where I made my video. Even I did all of this. It's like I've been on those streets, bro. I left that whole world, and I was trying to That's what was really funny. I was trying to put on the old me as far as clothes, and I couldn't. Again, God gave me this dress. What is up with this dress? I don't know, dude. It's a fucking crazy pretty dress. Looks like something you'd wear to a funeral, a prom, an elegant date. It's very proper. And I'm like, what? It's got a train and everything on it. Really? It's beautiful. And I'm like, that's a bit much. And then all of a sudden, I was like, I'm not going to wear that. That's just a bit much. I'm going to just, tone it down. That's too much. I don't want to stand out like that. But I always did. And I'm like, oh, man. And I was putting it off. And then it just happened. I was like, all right, fine. I'm giving in. I can't. And that's what I posted yesterday. I can't be anything less than what I actually am, which is just a whole ball of fucking fire. But that's what this is you're going to have to deal with those, bro. Your heart is calling you and it's trying to, what's bringing me to this show? My heart, my mind's telling me no. Hell no, I don't want to do this. Hell no, I don't want to. Hell no, everything. They're going to look at you crazy. People are going to think you're crazy. You're going to be dressed crazy. People are going to stare at you. What are they going to think? What are they this and that? That's just the mind. It's an immature little kid in front of the mirror, afraid of people. Really? It's annoying. But really, my heart's like, hey, it's calling me to a twin flame, and that terrifies me all the time. All the fucking time. Don't you dare activate and try to love this guy. Just be cordial. Be respectful. Be in control. What are you doing? Really? I mean, what do you think called me? And it's my heart, which is, you know what I mean, my higher self calling me to go give them the light. Really? My mind's like, oh, I don't want to do any of this. Really? And then you go put on the fucking foot of snow we got last night. It wasn't really. I just put my foot in the snow. It's only a couple inches. Really? Yeah. All kinds of shit. I'm like, oh, hell. And then don't drink the Kool-Aid. That's what I told B. Said God said, don't drink the Kool-Aid. All of them are going to be weirded out on the Kool-Aid. We shouldn't drink the Kool-Aid. She's like, what are you talking about? Liquor, bro. Don't drink the liquor, bro. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. They're all going to be liquored up. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I'm going to get there first thing. Tequila, please. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. Realistically, no, we already talked about it because it doesn't go well with all the weed we smoke. It just doesn't go well. Realistically, yeah, it's not a good mix. It's one or the other. And I never choose one or the other as like, so I need to make the right choice in my life. Really? I mean, seriously, it'd be weird. Like, do you have non-alcoholic? Do you have fucking Lewis Hamilton's non-alcoholic tequila? Imagine drinking it all the time and then your mind starts thinking you're drinking real tequila and you start acting weird. That's probably some kind of fucking reverse psychology you guys are playing over there with your fake beer. All right, the symbolic message of Ron's deep ocean is calling you to look at your emotions. Do not get trapped by the cycles and patterns of the past. Ugh, confirmation. What is this? A ton snow. Every time you're faced with something, you have a coping mechanism, a pattern, a survival technique. You either fight, flight, or freeze when certain shit happens. You have to recognize that, first off, I am triggered, and stop yourself from doing what you always do. And that's what it says right here. Don't get trapped in the cycles and the patterns of the past. Meaning every time somebody says this to me, I act a motherfucking fool. That's me too. Don't do what you always do. That's all you're trying to do this whole time in life, is just stop your patterns. Why? You don't even know exactly why. It just becomes a pattern to stop the pattern. Why? Because so then you can evaluate why you were even doing it to begin with and be in control. You're unpatterned thinking. You're doing things like your reactions. When somebody asks you, hey, how are you? You always say the same answer. That's your common answer. It's a pattern. You don't ever up your words. The time you go to bed, that's a pattern. The time you eat lunch, all of this, you're on fucking patterns, which means you're not in control. You're not living free. You're controlled by time, structures, and just unprocessed thinking. Ron's net is symbolic of the unresolved pain you carry, and drawing this card offers hope that you are making progress and will soon be free of the confines that are holding you back. The more you work through your, and this is where I got all deep, the more you work through your past, the more the brighter your future will be, because basically your past has created your patterns, and you're just on these patterns now. Realistically, Um, when I woke up, I had all this unresolved pain I was completely unaware of. But again, that's what stops me. When I'm trying to do something, God's given me a vision, right? So, for example, He wanted me to go to this show. He showed me this a long time ago, but I had to work through the fucking, through my fears, and then also break my patterns, and go through a lot of things to do this again. You know what I mean? Not all of this shit. And that's really what it is unresolved shit. It's like, oh, I can't even think about doing that again. That was a terrible experience, or I don't want to go back to those experiences. I want those experiences. I want to forget those experiences ever happened. That's, first off, running. That's the flight of it. And that's the shutdown. And that's what I did with my entire life. But so when I got invited, I'm in a different state of mind, and someone invites me into that kind of experience, and I feel good about it, I still can't do it because that old pattern is still there, stopping me from enjoying this. Really? Mm-hmm. You have to spend so much time. Here's a great example. When I'm feeling like I want to go and meet up with Bobby, I have to fight my mind for so long to even, dude, this is going to end bad, and he's a this and this and this and this and this and this and this. I have to listen to my mind of why it doesn't want me to make this move. And I have to come to a compromise with my mind and my heart for this to happen. Now, that's just for me to reach out. Once I reach out, now I start it with him. He has to go through the same battle. No, you shouldn't fuck with her because this and this and this and this. And every time you fuck with her, this happens and this is what happens. And so both of us have to do these battles of the mind, because I want to see you and he wants to see me, but we got to work through us to see each other. Which is, it's not that simple. Yeah, I wish I could just see you all the time, but, what stands in my mind is my mind and our realities. Well, your fucking life, to be honest. But realistically, that's what that is. So you're always trying to go towards new things, but your old fears are standing in your way of pain and unresolved situations. Just fears. Because this might happen. This might happen. This might happen. This might happen. You're sure that something bad will happen based on what has already happened. Mersavi, if you draw Ron in reverse, it suggests your boat has turned upside down, lost in a sea of emotions, and you're trying to swim to shore. Ron's card indicates that a crisis is upon you, and her nets are swirling and tangling about your feet. Summon your strength, and remember, having troubles and worries is part of a much bigger cycle. Your history is a vast ocean, and your ancestors are showing you that you're not alone. That's very important to understand. In the beginning of this, all I had was Michael Jackson screaming at me every day, all day, that I wasn't alone, all the time. And when we're fighting these battles inside of ourselves and in our lives, it's an individual battle, but it's not a battle that nobody else has fought before, and many have lost. Really simple shit like, the worries, the troubles and the worries that you're having right now because of whatever's going on in reality. It just means that your mind and emotions aren't strong enough to deal with petty shit outside of you, because you can overcome this. It's just that you're not strong inside. And that's really what it is like the littlest things you can't do. As you're dealing with the inside, the outside is too much to deal with. That's a really gross vision I'm having. It's like your skin is too sensitive. It's almost like they're showing me like a burn victim, right? It's like, you know what I mean? The outside is, anything from the outside hurts too much just because you hurt inside. Really? Mm-hmm. You don't have the strength to deal with just basic everyday shit because you're dealing with old shit that you've never dealt with before that's really hurting you. And it's coming to the surface. That's what this is. It's like these emotions, you have not felt them probably. And that's what happened when I woke up. It was terrifying. I dealt with emotions I never felt before. I always am. And it was navigating those emotions. It's like, why do I feel like this? I've never felt like this before. What is wrong with me? Right? And I would search it until I could finally access a memory. You guys have the easy way of knowing where this feelings come from. You know what this is. This is related to that fucked up shit that happened all that time ago. You have the memory. I had to do twice as much work to find out where it was. And the memory is not a memory to me because it's brand new to me. And I'm seeing my life play out. And now I'm knowing, I'm like, oh God, no wonder I feel like this. Okay, let's work on changing this feeling. I can't sit in this feeling. This is a terrible fucking feeling. And that's where it is. I went into a deep teaching on this yesterday, and about my family and my exes and all kinds of people and how I do this. Here's the process. First, you have to go in and your feelings and in your victimhood and what happened to you. And that's what you have to honor, is that first off, you're hurt. You're hurt by something that happened. You have to hear that part first. The next part you're going to hear is the bully, right? So you have the hurt part of you, and then you have the bully that's been standing in front of this hurt part for a long time. No, but you don't know what they did, and how fucking dare them, and they fucking this, and they fucking that. Okay, calm down. Let me hear from the hurt person. What happened? I was just talking to them, and then this happened. Okay, and then what did you say to them? And what did they say? And what happened? You go back and talk to you in the moment of what happened. Now you're grown and you're outside of you, so you can hear how it happened from your point of view, but you can see it differently. And you can start to notice how this exploded. Because right now you're just blaming them, but you can see something different. So let's go back. I have to explain, my mother. How can you forgive your mom? Because I see her as a person, not as my mother. What was my mom doing when I was getting hurt? And that's where I can look back. What was she doing? She was trying to get high and trying to, mask her fucking feelings or trying to be sociable, whatever she was doing, right? And so you're like, well, why was she fucking doing that? How fucking selfish were you to be getting high all the fucking time? Like, why was she getting high? Because that's all she knew how to do. You start to see that you got caught up. Yeah, you were a victim, but you were a victim of somebody else that was just already in a bad place. You're like, going back to my ex-husbands and shit. Like, I don't hate my first husband for that. I have so much sympathy for it. We started at 15, right? And by 18, he was on the top of his dope game, and all the girls wanted him, and he had a great wife and a great life, and he wanted more. He wanted to explore his sexuality. He wanted to be the popular guy he was. He wanted to fuck around. He wanted to do all that. I don't hate him for that. I never did. I never hated him. We were so young. He wanted to be a young man and have fun. I hated him for lying to me because I believed his lies. If he could have just been told me the truth, I think I could have played that stupid role, allowing him to have girls, because I was so understanding to the fact that, you know what I mean? I didn't need, I don't know. It was just I was a different mindset about it. So I didn't hate him for that. I didn't hate him for, you know what I mean, becoming popular and wanting to be more than a husband and a father at 18 when he was at the prime of his life. I didn't hate him for that. I never really held him against that. I hated him for lying to me. He didn't give me a chance to know what was happening. And because he lied to me, I couldn't stand behind him anymore. It's not to say that I would have fully agreed with it, but I knew what was happening. And if you would have just told me, I could have at least wrapped my head around it and tried to handle it like an adult. But you didn't. And now I'm stuck here and I'm finding out you have other babies and I'm out here looking like a fucking fool defending your honor when you're over here really in the streets like this. I would have probably been the first main chick there ever was because I really just had that kind of gangster ass mindset that, didn't fucking bother me. But what bothered me was the loyalty in this, that type of shit. And so I didn't really hate him for that shit. And then just that, it's like I was hurt by it. But again, jealousy was never my thing. It never has been, bro. I've never been jealous. I'm hurt by your actions, but this bitch ain't shit to me. Take that bitch. Go ahead. Realistically, I mean, she's an easy kill. Kill it. Fuck it. And that's because I grew up with dudes. I look at bitches as fuck them. That's what you're going to do, right? Fuck the shit out of that bitch. Fuck her. Really? I mean, what else are you going to do with this bitch? I grew up with dudes, bro. I don't give a shit about these bitches. Realistically, no. So it's like, how could you forgive him? Because I understood him. I wasn't worried about, you know what I mean? I understood him as a person. Going back to my ex-husband, how could you forgive him for all that? Because I understand him. He was mentally ill, bro. And things I said would trigger him, and he didn't know how to speak. So he'd reach out and fucking, you know what I mean? Lash out. And if you see my voice now and how I'd be saying some shit that make you want to punch a bitch, I could see how this could possibly be very bad if I just, you're sitting there and I just mutter some shit. And now you're over here on top of me beating the shit out of me because I called you a bitch or something under my breath. Probably asked for a few of those, I'm sure. Why? Because at some point I know I would have to fucking call him out his name and say, you're a fucking bitch. You're fucking pathetic. Something. I would have had to say something, wouldn't I? In 8 years, I would have told him he was something. Fucking fag. Something. I would have said something that would have, I don't think, but again, it's like, why did he do that? I mean, again, he was sitting next to me all fucking mentally fucked up and usually on drugs or alcohol, and anything could trigger him. And you know what I mean? Everything about me reminds him of his fucked up his family, and he don't want to be around me and kids because that reminds him of his family, and he just don't want to be here. And so what's he going to do? He's going to start a fight so that I throw him out. Really? He'll sit around as long as it's pleasing. He likes the attention. He likes, he likes being fed. He likes being fucked. He likes, you know what I mean? Oh, you need some new shoes and shit. You come up here looking. It wasn't really like that. It's like, dude, I don't want to take you out looking like this. You're kind of making me look bad. Can I get you some gear or something? Shit like that. Like, let's put you on because you're making me look bad. So he enjoyed it until it was like, until the honeymoon stages is like, all right, so you're going to stay, you're going to get a job, you sticking around, you going to play daddy, you going to do something with yourself. And that's when the pressure would be on. And it's like, nah, well then what the fuck is going on? And then that's where it would start. Realistically, oh yeah. And that's where I kind of look at all of this shit. And it's like, I'm forgiving to the bullshit. Realistically, I forgive because I understand them. I'm not stuck in what's going on with me. And that's like, how can you forgive Bobby? Hey, bro, what would you do as you were a married man and you got this bitch pulling on your dick like this? I mean, I forgive you. I'm all forgiving because the forgiveness comes from understanding. You can't forgive them because you can't understand why they fucking did this to you. You can't understand what you may have done to invoke some of these feelings on them and how they couldn't control their feelings. That's all. Why did my mom beat the shit out of me? Because she felt bad and everything I was doing was annoying her. Can you imagine? You know what I mean? You know what it is as a parent. We all have those moments. She lived like that. Those moments where you just don't want to be bothered. Just get the fuck away from me. Just get away from me. She lived in that energy, bro. So, you know what I mean? Imagine, me as the clingy kid always coming up, hey mom, I was always there to catch it. She's cleaning the kitchen and I walk in and she's pissed off about some shit in her thoughts and she's going to take it out on me because I just walked in and tried to get something out of the kitchen. You know what I mean? Shit like that. It's like, I can forgive shit. And I try to teach you how to have a forgiveness for these people, bro. Why did they treat you like shit? First off, what were they going through? What brought this? They were cool and then they weren't, right? That's how these stories always start. They were cool and then they weren't. What was said? What was done? What made them go uncool? Have you ever seen them go that uncool before? And that's the shadow of them, which is just their emotions. They can't control it. I'm gonna move on past this card, but I have to have this real talk with my, my future lover that I have an unhealed child within me. And a lot of this world brings it, I've suppressed all of this 39 years of my life. And when I'm triggered, I tend to have childish reactions, somewhat Kanye moments. I'm pretty good at recognizing it before it happens, but it still tends to happen. It's a tendency. I need you to be understanding and forgiving to this while I'm dealing with it. I never know when it's coming, but when it does, I can deal with it. But you're going to have to understand this about me. And that's really the truth. I'm a forever healing process. For the rest of my life, I'm going to be healing the things that I have repressed and long forgotten. I've gotten good at the years of doing it, but on a Friday and on specific days, God uses the energy to make me remember and deal with the healing. And that's what we do. We're going to spend the rest of our lives taking off the first part of our life so that we can spend the last of our life having a new life. Otherwise, you're going to just live out this whole life. Really? You're on track. You're staying on a pattern. Haven't you realized it? How long you been at your job? Hey, let me ask you this. How long have you had the same phone number and the same contacts? Ooh, burn. Damn, there's so many. I keep seeing them. There's so many comments. All right, hold on. One more card and we'll read the comments. Jesus freaks, save it for freaking Sunday. We're trying to do healing. That's not what we're doing over here. You're dealing with a witch. And could be wicked, but not really. And that's what I'm supposed to do tonight, too. I'm supposed to spread my love. Be very loving to the crowd and accept their love in return. Really? Well, don't go in as a hater. Pretty much, just go in and be nice, be loving, give compliments, show your love. Really? That's all I'm supposed to do. Spread the light in the darkness. Okay. Sprinkle some fairy dust on that shit. Really? Yeah. Okay, so we pulled the cards. Again, these are from yesterday because the video didn't have it. I'm going to just pull out the cards that we had. I pulled out this one. And at the end, I was like, ooh, I want this one too. Can I get bonus ones? What is that? It's the Divine Enchantress. It's just naturally me. Really? Yeah. So this is the carrier of Shiva. Shiva is, there's another example. That's what I said in that video. Here's another etherical example of Adam, Lilith, and Eve. Really? Yeah, because Shiva and Parvati, but I was an emancipation of Parvati, which was, well, not exactly. There's a whole, you're going to learn mysticism in that sense. I didn't have my own being. I wasn't birthed. Right? I wasn't birthed. I was a creation that came out of, which was a shadow of the high priestess, which is Parvati. Really? Yeah, a shadow side. You have to understand it. I emancipated out of her third eye, and it was just the dark goddess of protection that would come out. So it's funny because Shiva, the goddess of destruction, who has this beautiful love and light wife, has a destructive side that matches his. Realistically, that's actually stronger than his. So it's like his loving wife is actually more evil than he ever could be. It's a really great thing. It's like, there's me and then all of my goddess flavors. Are you going to be able to satisfy the Isis, the Bridge, the Lilith, Medusa, Morgan? There's all these layers of me. Really? Yeah. That incorporates me. It's a funny story. Anyways, I offer salutations to the humped white bull, Nandi, whose neck is decorated with bells. He is the carrier of the blue-throated Shiva. Okay, well, I'll let the cat out of the bag and tell you that this particular twin flame that I'm going to see is a Taurus. He is a bull. The embodiment of Dharma and unshakable as the Himalayas. All right, so this is the grace of Shiva and Parvati. The ability, which is the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Really? Yeah, they're the divine. They are the power couple. Really? You just need to know your cultures. Anyways, ability to carry out one's duty. That's it. I need to do this. I need to do this without being afraid. Don't be afraid to walk up and do this. Don't be afraid to tell him who you are, why you're here, and do what you came to do. Okay? The ability for ever increasing service. These are just the beginning steps. These are just the beginning of steps of where I'm supposed to leave, you know what I mean? Bring my magic, bring my light, bring my ability to crowds and people and all of this. At some point, you know, I'll have to stand in front of my own church and over my own services and tons of people. This is a beginning point. The ability, knowledge and understanding of one's duty. And that's what it is do you know what you're going for? And that's what I told B. I was like, I'm very excited to be bringing you in all of this great stuff because it reminds me of the life that I left behind. But I'm on a spiritual mission on this one. Really? I swear to you. This is all spiritual. I'm not doing this. I didn't wake up and say, oh, you know what? I'm going out on Friday night and I just want to go, you know, put on a dress and my come fuck me boots and let's go do it. That's not me. This is a spiritual mission that I'm on. Realistically, yeah. I've been doing some great shit. And I'm very enchanting. I'll take a picture and show you how crazy I'd be looking. Assuming the form of a young woman, and that's what Embolic is about. I am the triple goddess, the maiden, the mother, and the crone. I'm coming out of my crone stage, which is my death stage, and I'm being reborn as a youthful woman, right? And that's the bridge. And then during summer, at the hottest heat, I'll be in my mothering stage. I'll be a full mother again. And then I'll go back into my older stages, my wise stage. But right now, we're going to be young, dumb, and full of cum. really, especially come February. And that is preparing for what? The Holy Union in May? Yup, yup, yup. With what? The Horned God. Very excited. I'm preparing for this. I'm still hoping it's not Wolfman, but if it is, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of that guy. Really? I mean, I don't know whose face is on it. Put a face on it. I'm just, it's my destiny. You're my destiny. Everybody wants to be that guy until you realize how serious I am about my destiny. All right, the taste, what is this? Assuming the form of a young woman and thus bewilding the demons, the Lord distributed the nectar produced from the churning of the ocean of milk to his devotees. What are we supposed to do? Milk and honey, bitches. Don't forget to have your shot of milk and honey. The devotees, the gods. Unto that Lord, who always fulfills the desire of this devotee, I offer my respect. Imagine I'm a whole walking gateway. So I'm going to go in and turn that fucking room upside down with the gods and the fucking demons, and everything is about to get loose up in there. We're about to get loose. I've come to fuck shit up. Me and the whole dark. I'm bringing the dark and the light up in here, bro. All of God's divine is in here at this time, bro. Realistically, oh yeah, turn off the lights. I'm looking for it's gonna be great. Realistically, yeah, and they're gonna be sitting there making. Oh man, I already know. I just hope that they can control the DJ. Realistically, I want them to take over. I want my spirit guys to take over the system. It's a system overload. Realistically, it could happen. Really? I mean, if people start tripping and seeing ghosts in there, it wasn't me. Blessing. Taste of the nectar of immortality. Oh, I hope not. I've been living forever. Ability not to be or to not be overcome by sexual guilt. I will not have sex with that man. How about a blowjob? I need the practice. I love blowjobs. I won't. I will not be the girl in the club giving blowjobs. Have you ever done that in the? No, I don't think so. I mean, I could have. I don't have a memory of it. But just because I don't remember it doesn't mean I didn't. And it sounds like something I'd be up for if there was a guy to do it with that I wanted to. Come here. Hey, more or less, I'd probably have you. Never mind. We're getting dirty. Don't do any of that in the club. I won't. My mind is a little dirty right now. Hold on. Wash those thoughts out. Pull my underwear to the side. Stop it. I wasn't even thinking sexy till you told me not to think sexy. Sexy. Perception to see through tricksters and cheats. I can always see those foul motherfuckers. That's that song. What song was that? If I have one more drink. Is that what it is? It's Kevin Hart. No, it's not Kevin Hart. It's Cat Williams. He's all, if you're in the club and your your vodka and cran looks a little too red, you might be. I don't know what song that is, but I'm going to find it later and share it with you guys. He spends like a couple minutes clowning fakesters in the clubs. Wingsters. All right. Knowledge of when it is appropriate to give preferential treatment. Who do I prefer? Realistically, I need to know who. And that's what I said. Is like, don't act up with this twin flame. Please don't act up with this twin flame. Please don't act up with this. I could just sit there and all of a sudden my heart's like, I want him. Please don't do that. Don't do that. They said not to do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. He probably has a wife. Do you know if he does? I don't. I just don't want to do that. I can't control my heart. The heart wants what the heart wants, and I can only put the mind in front of it for so long. And then I'm going after it like a bull. I see red. Sounds scary, right? No, I have all control. All right. I really don't. We're supposed to lose control. And, that's what the fucking Jesus juice, the Kool-Aid they're drinking in there is. Shots. Everyone. Sorry. The old me is seeping through. I can control this. All right. Let's pull one more card. Oh, come on. Not the Metatron card. Damn. We got to be with the gods. God be with you. What are you doing? I'm doing nothing until I got to do something. And I really don't got to do nothing until later. Really? No. I did all the preparation to begin with. I'm gonna put some nails on. That's about it. I'm gonna put some press on nails. Let me press my nails upon you. Realistically, yeah. Air. We're gonna fly free. Really? Number 13. This is a really These damn cards. What turned into an hour video is going to turn into an hour and a half. How about we do this later? You want to do this later? Do I have time later? I don't feel like I'm doing anything. I got plenty of time. Time is in my hands. Let's just read the beginning. Fire. Ooh, that's better. Conquering fear. Start today. I feel like we should go to number 17. That would be you, my 17ers. Who are my 17ers? Lewis, he just had a birthday. He's my 17er. Bobby is my 17er. And Marshall is my 17er. 17 again. Realistically, yeah, they're very different reflections of me. Reflections in the mirror. That's why I'm interested to go with, Bri. He reflects the better side of me. Really? Yeah, I mean, he might have some dark tendencies like me, but neither one of us reflect dark tendencies to each other. We reflect, respect and admiration and all of that good shit. So that's a good reflection. It's a good mirror to stare at until I see something I don't like. If I see something I don't like in you, I know it's something I don't like in me, and I know what I'm here to do. Realistically, no, I'm supposed to just help him manifest some shit. I don't think he's supposed to give me anything. All I got to do is do this, and that gives me the power to be who I need to be. Really? Yeah. I get like a coin up or some shit. Really? Something like that. Breathe in the air today and really feel it's expanding your lungs. Well, mine are kind of filled with... No, just kidding. With every breath in and out, you give the chance of renew and replenish your body, getting rid of old, stale energy within and accessing deep breaths of pure air. And that's when you speak. You're getting rid of old thoughts, old feelings, and you're accessing new ones. You feel better about it. Opening windows to renew the air you breathe in your homes and offices. And that's what I said. There's no fucking windows in there. What am I going to do? I'm going to secretly burn Palo Santo throughout there. Really? I mean, people are burning joints and shit in there anyways. I just got to be secretive. They're going to be like, what are you burning? That's not a blunt. Holy herbs. God be with you. Really? Yeah, I'm going to make one for myself to burn in there. What's going to happen? I don't know. They're going to see dead people. I don't know. We'll see. God be with them. It's all good, bro. I'm not doing anything dark. Really? I mean, the dark feelings that they have are already in the 10 days, and that might eat them up while we're in there, because realistically, that's what happens. I go around people, and their shadows come to the surface, and I try to tell them it's all good, and you're all great. So there'll be a bunch of crying bitches, cheating men, all this trickery and disgustery, and we're going to just clean the energy. Really? Yeah, I'm going to bring in the whole army of God. Hey, clean them up. And realistically, if you know the generation of Bone Thugs and Harmony, we're older. We're an older crowd. It's like 30, dirty 30s. You might bring someone younger with you, but they don't really know the music. They'll enjoy themselves. Really? And that's where I'm looking at the DJ. Does the DJ realize how old the music is? Or the DJ is going to try to play some fucking new school music with some old schools? That's not going to go well. Really? No. I might have to have a talk with the DJ. Do you remember how to DJ? Not on the new technology. I'm about to get a computer, though. I learned on the Geminis. Really? Yep. I went to the DJ Academy in fucking New York. Yep. Really? Let the records play. All right, moving on. Really? I love music, don't you? Open your windows. The air element will come in to clear, transmute, and purify all spaces that need their attention. And that's what it is. I'm just going to bless and sanctify everybody in the crowd. That's all I do anyways. Last time they had me do it at the whole fucking Broncos stadium. Are you serious? Yeah, it was the Broncos and the Colts. 70,000 fucking people. I'm over there in the fucking grass doing a reading and fucking doing a sage burn that fucking wakes everyone up. Wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. It's the first fucking portal. This is a new beginning portal, 111. And again tomorrow. Really? It stays open for 24 hours. That's not really typical, dude. They have very strict hours. It's like some 7-Eleven shit right there, right? Ooh. All right, move on. They can get into every corner and place they need that needs their light fluid energy. Maybe too, you have been feeling heavy and weighed down by the pressure and stress of life. You're reminded of the benefits of getting out into the fresh air to bring color to your cheeks and new energy into your body, and enjoy your natural sunlight available. What? She only comes out at night. She's a man eater. It's a song. Sorry, that's what I heard. I'm in my element. So often we can get bogged down by daily life. Yet you should find time today to spend a moment outside. Lie down in the soft grass or climb a hill and look into the skies as you did as a child. Hey, bro, when's the last time you rode a sled in the snow as an adult? You get so much more speed. It's absolutely fucking terrifying. Realistically, well, I mean, I was kind of chunky when I did it. I mean, you put 100 and something pounds on a sled going down a fast hill and see how fast you go. Whoosh, whoosh. You better hope you don't fall off. And then we're usually at the top of the hill watching these kids. We're like, they didn't go so fast. Put your ass on there. You go real fast. It's hilarious. Really? I don't know if you like fast speeds. Lewis Hamilton, put your ass on a sled and go down that hill. Hey, if you're up in the mountain, you should go down the alpine slides. Really? There are these little roller coaster things that you go down the hill really fast. It's totally up your alley there, bud. Diagon alley. I love you, Lewis. You're still in the area. I know you are. Why? Because I keep talking about you. You want to go to the show tonight? Nobody will recognize you unless you dress up like all that crazy shit you be doing. Just put on jeans and a t-shirt, bro. Seriously, you're doing too much. Leave all that jewelry. Gosh. You can get us robbed out here. Fucking Robin Hood. It's all right. Men in tights. Considering you're British, and I'd be like totally fucking taken from the rich to give to the poor. I love this whole idea. All right, I'm never gonna get through this card. Everybody's trying to like text me and email me. It was a time to pick up my daughter. Seriously, I'm fucking my life up here. Still in my pajamas. You were reminded to get the fuck out and go do something. Go for a sled ride. Just go outside for a minute. Maybe you don't have no snow wherever you are. Just go outside, bro. So often we can get boggled down, blah, blah, blah. Nothing to do but watch the clouds drift by, changing shape as they float freely in the sky. You do have time for this. Give yourself permission to connect fully with the element of air, which is so vital for wellness and life itself. The element of air is your intellect. So this is going to clear your thoughts. Really? I mean, your emotions is waters. So how do you clear your emotions? A good soothing baptism will always do it for you. Realistically, yeah, go take a shower, go take a swim, go freaking, you know what I mean? And realistically, the only way to get that hard feeling out is to cry. And we were told at young ages that not to cry. It's so funny. Yesterday, B was worried because she's like, dude, she's been crying all day. I don't know if I can go. And she brought her out and she was all happy and stuff like that. And I was like, you see, Millia, I was like, people don't know how to deal with crying. It makes them uncomfortable. They just want it to stop. It's like babies just cry. They just cry. And it makes a parent go crazy and it makes the crowd go crazy. Make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. You're not supposed to cry. From the moment they start, our instinct is to make it stop. So since childhood, you're not allowed to cry. As soon as you cry, people come running and make it stop. They don't let you just cry. And once you cry, it all comes out. Really? Promise. Again, you don't want to watch people. You've seen some of these people. You don't want them to see you like this. And that's it. You're all snot-faced. You can't even hold your head up. It's just terrible. But it's part of release. There's lots of things that have happened to you as a small person that you should shed a tear for. But you're too grown. You're too prideful. You're too strong to feel that for yourself, to feel your own self's weaknesses. That's not strong. That's not strength. Being vulnerable in front of people, being able to be vulnerable in front of people is strong. Marshall going out and showing himself and being vulnerable is the strongest I've ever seen that man be. All that shit running around being trying to be a hard dude, that's typical dude shit. What you're doing right now, that's some real shit I never seen you do before. We don't see men do shit like this. That's beautiful. To be able to be a man and still be vulnerable and not be gay about it, that's really pretty. You can't see, and that's what all of us are looking for. We're looking for a heart, not just a man of steel, but a heart. That's what makes Lewis so fucking beautiful. But he doesn't want to put on, you know what I mean? He doesn't want to cut no throats along the way. He just wants to be all Jesus-like. Hate Jesus. Look at the clouds the cloud designs the angels weave in the sky for you. The smiling faces, the dragon tails, the angel wings. Many spiritual messages are given this way if only you'd look up and see them. And I said, I don't do cloud translations, but where do you think they come from? Really? They're standing in front of you putting pictures. There's no clouds outside of this. You're not going to catch clouds on, they think on other planets, but no, the clouds are for you. It's a design, it's a connection, and it's filled with energy. Only your imagination can fill it in and you can see this vision. And that's where it starts to, I don't do a lot of that, but you'll see me as soon as I come out, I stare straight up to the sky all the time. Not at the clouds, but past it. I'm looking into the planets and the stars that are past the light sky. I know what's up there, even if the light is on or not, because I stare at it so much when the light isn't on. The sun going across the sky doesn't really change anything for me. Really? No. Notice the birds flying freely with grace and speed, riding the currents of air as the dolphins ride the waves of ocean. The call of the seagulls over the sea reminding you of beaches, not on hot sunny days, and holiday times is healing also. Watch how the birds soar upwards, reminding you that you can do this too. Don't limit the height of your ambitions and dreams. There is no ceiling other than which you impose on yourself. And that's where it is. I could come to you, Marshall, and say, hey, Marshall, you want to do this? The only thing stopping you from doing it is how you think about it. No, I don't think I should do that. Why not, Marshall? Let's do it. Why? Are you afraid? What's holding you back from a good time? You're scared of what? What people will think when they see you? He's no different. You're all the same. Everybody has that same fear. What would people think? Stop seeing what they think. That's all they do is think. What do we think? We look at things and we think. It's just part of it. Who cares what they think? No, they're going to say something. Do their words hurt you still? Are you affected by their words? You're going to fight if they keep saying those words to you. And that's the unhealed part. Tell them all the time. Realistically, come on. You want to go to, I know you're in town. You want to go to the freaking show tonight? I don't think so. Why? See, I don't think so. That's what you're thinking. Fine, stinking thinking. I'm gonna hit a fucking food truck down there for sure. Watch how the birds, blah, 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 something. Set your sights higher and further and feel free to do so. Connecting to the air element also helps you gain a bird's eye view on life and new perspectives and avenues that were hidden before. Sometimes all that is needed is a fresh look at a situation that seems impossible. With the help of air, combined with the power of the mind and the heart, real breakthroughs can happen. What is this? The octahedron depicted on this card is a sacred shape linking the element of air, and it helps us to integrate into our hearts and will heal that which feels constricted or blocked. This may be feelings that you have been pushed aside that need to be brought into the air for release and healing or manifestations. See, they're coming to the surface. Breathe, release, fly, soar. The element of air offers much. Take its gifts freely, given to you now, and appreciate all that this element brings. In between your, air and water, you need to add the fire information and put it to your reality. Why are there so many fucking whatever? Interruptions is what they are. You see that you're not going to bother me. Well, it's Friday. And again, all of this is leading up. You have 10 days of cleaning out your closet, Marshall Mathers. And that's why he keeps coming up. Why? Because he's the king of swords in my book. He's an airhead. And that would be Rust, too. He's a fucking Libra. They're very unbalanced individuals, if you ask me. We're all balancing our scales, don't you think? All right. Well, I don't know what God's calling you to do. It's in your heart. It's been there. Now I showed you what's stopping you is your hurt feelings and your weak thoughts. And that's what we do. I told you all week I knew I had to do this and I had to start planning it. So now the day is here. I've already done it. Now I just got to do what I was afraid to do. I already went through the fears of it. I know I'm doing it. I'm going to just do it and it's done. Really? Yeah. And that's like, oh, I'm going to break up with this person. Oh, are you? How long you been thinking about that? Are you really going to though? And then what? You're going to break them up and then you're not going to be able to break the pattern come tomorrow. You're just going to unpatternly call them and go right back into what you said you weren't going to do. And that's what I mean is the reinforcement of this is twice as hard as doing it. Really? Mm-hmm. Whatever you give up today, you give up. Whatever you face, you face. You don't go back and, you know what I mean? No, I didn't mean that. You can always go back and they're going to try to pull you back, but you're trying to stay on it. If you say, I'm going to stop fucking smoking today, then you fucking stop. You fucking stop. Only you are giving yourself permission to start back up. Nobody else is. You're the one that starts it. You're the one that stops it. Am I stopping? No. I'll smoke one for you. I'm just saying, if that's what your heart's telling you, your heart's been telling you for a long time. Why? Because your heart's telling you this isn't good for your body. I died from smoking, I think. Something like that. Well, I mean, how do I die? Well, first off, like they kill me and then I come back to life. But in my final death at 99, I take in a deep breath to laugh and I can't breathe it out and I die. I fall backwards. So I went to do a physical for this job just a couple months ago, and he was listening to my lungs and he was telling me that it was important that I stop smoking because I could develop a serious case of COPD. And he explained that's what it is you can't take in enough air. And as he's telling me this, I'm laughing. You just confirmed that I'm going to die. Am I going to take measures not to die? If I stop smoking now, does that mean I'm going to live longer than 99 and I'll die a different way? Do you see what I mean? So, for some of you, though, I don't know what that cigarette's doing to you. You know what I mean? Maybe they're trying to tell you they don't want you to die by cigarettes or something. I'm just saying, I don't know. And not everybody does. But if that's what God's calling you, and if you're only doing it because people are guilting you, there's no reason to change because somebody doesn't like something that brings you joy. You know what I mean? You should stop fucking eating that. Why? Because it's gross. It's bad for you. It's good and it's bad for you. It's great for me. And that's somebody imposing their own limitations, their own beliefs. You shouldn't eat gluten. You shouldn't eat that. You shouldn't do this. You shouldn't say that. Why? Because you don't? Because somebody won't allow you to eat or say or do such things. So be careful. Let your heart guide you. Your heart tells you what not to do, not other people. You don't listen to people. Why? Because then we'd be listening to everyone. Who gives a fuck what they say? They're not running our lives. They can't even run theirs. Let them run their children's. Let them run themselves wild. You're not fucking that person. That's not your baby dad. You don't need to please that person. Fuck you. I don't have to be pleasing to you. Seriously? You don't. You have to be pleasing to God. And you have to feel all right in your skin about what you do. Who cares how everybody else feels about what you do? You know what I mean? Going back to where I live. It's like, you live in a homeless shelter? Yeah, that doesn't have to please you. I'm pleasing to God, and God put me here. It's part of my fucking contract. I'm in hell. Go fuck yourself. Realistically, I don't have to please you. Not by my car, not by nothing. I don't have to show off for you to like me. If you don't like me, then go not like me. Go somewhere else and not like me. I don't have to be likable by you. I have to like myself. That's all. I got to deal with myself. You don't got to deal with me. Get on my face. You ain't the one paying for my bills and shit. Seriously? Seriously. All right, let's read all of these comments. Holy hell. Just kept going on and on. I'm not going to read all of them. Oh, God. Not all of them. What sign am I doing? I'm not. Sorry. Body language, facial expressions, the words that flow out are simply diarrhea of the mouth. I have stonewalled this story because of a man. I don't know what he's saying. But realistically, here's a perfect example where everything they're saying and doing makes you uncomfortable. There's something and I just want to point it out. Your demons can't find peace in my light. Really? Yeah. Just want to say that. That's what makes people uncomfortable around me. I'm full of light. I'm full of truth. I'm full of excitement, and people's demons can't find rest there. Dark shadows. My boyfriend ghosted me and I still want him. What do you want from him? Is there something from him you could get from another man? Or you believe he's the only man that's for you? Find out what you want from him. Find out what it is you want. It's okay to want him. Understand what you want. Bobby asked me that. What do you want from me? The whole Monty? Really? Yeah. Sometimes you only want certain things from certain people. I asked Taz was talking about it, and she's like, she doesn't want a boyfriend. She just wants occasional, you know what I mean, closeness. She's too busy to have somebody, a real somebody. So she just wants, occasional closeness. That's all. See what you want from this man. And for him, what did she say? What was it? My boyfriend ghosted me. People do that for all different reasons because they avoid the conflict of whatever it is. Basically, what happened is you came to a crossroad and he didn't want to cross the road, so he ran away to the other way. Okay, that's okay. Realistically, I mean, something came up where he couldn't face you, so he ran. He ran away from the conversation, the date, the whatever was coming next. And that goes back to something else, So me and Bobby, it's like, if he doesn't run after we have sex, then, what comes next? What is he going to do with me now? He has to run away because otherwise, where are we supposed to go from here? Are we supposed to go further than this? And he can't. So he has to run away. He can't. He doesn't have what it takes to go further than, that. Are you forgiving to that, or does it make you feel used? It really does at first. You feel like, oh, I gave you what you wanted and you were gone. No, not exactly. Because realistically, why'd you give it to him? Because you wanted to. So don't ever think that you gave them something they wanted that you didn't want, unless you really did. And then you got to stop giving yourself away like that. And that's the difference between me, is like, I don't give myself away unless I want this. This is something I want to do. And what happens later is you want more. I wanted more of your time. I wanted more of your closeness. I wanted this to go into more, and then they go away. They didn't want more than that, or they couldn't give more than that when they ghost you. It's a terrible feeling. Trust me. I have been through that a billion times. But there's nothing wrong with you. And you can go back and look at how hard they tried to even get that close to you. It was too close. After that, what comes after that kind of closeness? You're too close now. Really? I mean, what closeness comes after that? More closeness? A real relationship? Commitment? Shit like that? That's what comes after that kind of closeness. And that's too close. Too close for comfort. This is uncomfortable. I talked about it, maybe it was in yesterday's video and it didn't get chopped out. You're quicker to give a person your body than you are your passcode on your phone. You'll let them into your soul, but you won't let them into your life. Something to think about. And when people ghost you, it's just they don't have what it takes to face you. Don't feel like you did something wrong. Just understand there's something wrong with them. It's really the truth. There's something wrong with people that can't stay present and keep a conversation, that just run away every time you're trying to get close. Do you know what the narrative is right now with me and Bobby? I tried to get too close. I tried to love him and his children over Christmas, and he shut down on me. And then he pushed me to go love another man. That's what he did. Did he want that to happen? Did he want to lose me because of this? Or I was just trying to love him too much and he was uncomfortable with it? You know what I mean? Did he mean to lose me to another person? And even the man he pushed me to, that didn't even work. But did he mean for that to happen? Did he mean to be mean? You know what I mean? He shut down because I was trying to do too much and he couldn't take it. Realistically, yeah. But that's the truth. Why did he reject you? Because I was trying to love him too hard. I wanted to give him too much. I wanted to get too close. So he ran away. Am I mad at him for that? No. But it looks stupid on my side. Bro, you shut down because I tried to love you, because I wanted to go fucking Christmas shopping with you, because I wanted to get close to you. You do this every time I try to get close to you. You shut down and ghost me. Is there something wrong with me? No. Not every man's going to do that when I get close and want to spend money on him or anything like that. That's not going to make every man shut down. Just this one. Some of them. And that doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. And that's what I said. You're not going to make me feel bad for my love language and how I express love and how I do things. You're not going to make me feel bad for this. You feel bad because you've never been around a girl like this that does things like this, and it makes you fucking uncomfortable. Get out your comfort zone and come receive some love. Let's go Christmas shopping. Let's do some shit. I'm in South Dakota. Why didn't you say that to begin with? You entertained this whole thing. Was he really? I don't know. Who knows what he really is doing? He's lying all the way. But that's just it. They ghost you because they don't want what you've got to give. Realistically, it's not that you gave them all they wanted. It's that they can't take any more. And the crowd goes wild. Hey, you just got to change the way of thinking of it. You see yourself as a victim instead of, you know what I mean, as the perpetrator, really. What happened? I tried to love you. I pushed you away by trying to love you. Go shut up, dude. Shut up. Because I wanted to marry you. Go shut up. Go find another bitch that wants to marry your bitch ass and buy your kids clothes and fucking deal with your life. Go find someone else then. I'm not a bad person for wanting to love you. Go fuck yourself. You want to run from me every time I try to love you? Well, you got love issues. I'm just gonna keep on loving. Really? There's nothing wrong with me. So don't when they ghost you, bro, that's it. And going back to these girls that ghost you after you take them out to eat or something, did they use you? They only could have that. They could only give you that much. Realistically, they don't have much else to give you, especially if they can't even pay for their own meal. Really? Yeah. And, something to think about. Maybe they don't want to take advantage of you in that way. This might be a way of life. And I've found a lot of bitches that do that type shit. They go on dates all the time just to have good food, just to have company. They can do it. But perhaps they didn't want to do that to you, or it's just a pattern. Only go once. You know what I mean? I can't tell you, but it has nothing to do with you. Because when they sat down with you, they wanted you. They wanted something from you. They just didn't want the whole Monty. Fine, I'll marry someone else. that's all you got to say every time they run away. I'll marry someone else. God's got someone else. I'll love someone else then. That's all that means. Hey, I love you guys. Have a wonderful Friday. Put your heart out there. Put your ego down. Hey, you like this? I was making jokes to this, right? Because this is used for my herbs. In my cards, they have the wands looks like this. It's like a club. I was like, oh, the shit. Sorry, I was just having fun. I'm being a child. Hey, whole child of God. I love you guys. Good luck with your towers by the hours and all of that great stuff, and fight your fears and be adventurous and get rid of the old. Get rid of your fucking old clothes so God can give you an idea of how to get dressed better. Stop dressing like last year. Stop looking like last year. Go cut your fucking hair. Shave your face. Who am I talking to? Fucking Russ all the time. He would look so much better with a haircut, wouldn't he, though? And if he changed his clothes and just change all of him. Just give him a change. Change his underwear. What kind of underwear you wear, Russ? Oh, no. Just saw you in those funny boxer brief ones that like grab your legs. Oh, man. Russ, there's a view of you I never really wanted to see. You're funny. You're funny shaped. If you don't get your hair out of my face, bro. Sorry, I'm just messing with him. Him and his luscious hair products. I love you, Russell. Every Friday night. I'll see you at the show, dickhead. New song next Friday. Shut up, bro. God damn you. If you ever gonna get this. Probably not. He's gonna be the last to catch this. That's okay. Last to catch this healing. As long as he catches on before he dies, we're good. He can spend another life or two figuring it out, as long as he kind of got onto it a little bit. Hey, I love you guys. Later. See you probably tomorrow's.